Has your stomach been bothering you lately? Have you had digestive upset? Maybe you have gas, bloating, maybe it's just achy all the time, maybe you feel nauseous. There's so many reasons why we could have digestive upset, and that's what we're going to talk about today in Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show, episode 15, Digestive Upset. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Michele Wildflower, the owner and formulator for Nature's Mysteries Apothecary, and now the Director of Education for our new school, Nature's Mysteries Academy of Holistic Health. Our enrollment is now open actually for the fall session, and we have a 10% off sale going. So if you would like to turn your passion of herbal medicine into your profession, then you should go to naturesmysteries.com and check it out and see what's being offered in the Holistic Health Practitioner Program. We're actually accredited with the American Association of Drugless Practitioners, and upon completion of our Holistic Health Practitioner Program, you can apply to become a board-certified Holistic Health Practitioner. What kind of game changer would that be for your business, right? Or even if you're just learning for your family to help keep your family healthy. All of the students who have gone through the school and taken the course have commented profusely about what a life-changing course it was for them, in that they changed so many things in their daily lifestyle routines that are actually inhibiting our immune function. And today that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit, was what you might be doing that's actually inhibiting your digestive function and causing digestive upset for you. Does that sound good? Are you with me? Type yes in the comments if you're with me. I'm going to ask for you to engage a little bit, and if you're engaging with me, then that's going to help anchor the information in. Even if you're watching the replay, you can still engage, because that will still help anchor the information in for you. So, if you've been suffering from any kind of digestive upset and you're not sure why, then I'd like to take the next couple of minutes and explore what some of those reasons could be that you might be experiencing digestive issues. So first of all, if you know that it's not because you're traveling or morning sickness or, some kind of nausea because of anxiety and you're excited. If this has been chronic, not acute nausea where, it's just constantly your stomach's bothering you, then that's something that, let's unpack that right now. So there could be different reasons other than the ones that I mentioned, and one of them could be candida. Candida is a fungus or yeast that grows inside of us. It feeds on sugars and other sweeteners, and actually can cause all kinds of issues from nail fungus to bloating and gas, and so that would be like for a whole nother episode if we talked all about candida, but that's just one of the issues that could be upsetting your stomach. Another one of the issues that could be upsetting your stomach is glyphosate or Roundup, which is a genetically modified organism. Okay, so GMOs are genetically modified organisms, and they've been producing them so that when they spray Roundup on the fields, the corn and soy and other foods, agricultural products that they're spraying it on, can withstand the Roundup. So the Roundup actually will kill all the weeds and everything, but they're making the plants so that they can withstand the Roundup and they won't die after the Roundup has been sprayed, because they're genetically modified, right? You with me? You following? Okay, so what the Roundup does is it actually causes bug stomachs to explode. And so what do you think it's doing to you? You know what I mean? If we eat that genetically modified corn, soy, there's so many products now that are genetically modified, it's definitely going to cause digestive upset within our systems. So if you're experiencing digestive upset, it could be, like I said, candida. It could be from the food that you're eating if it's genetically modified. So something that you might want to do is make sure that your diet is GMO free. And that's kind of easy to do nowadays because there's the Butterfly Project, and you can look on products that have a little butterfly on there and it says non-GMO. And those are products that you know that have been certified non-GMO, so that you know that there are no bioengineered ingredients in those. And ideally, you would really eat organic food because you're avoiding so many more other numerous chemical fertilizers and pesticides by buying organic and supporting organic farmers. But if for some reason you couldn't get the food organic, then you would definitely want to try to make sure that it was non-GMO, so that you could ensure that you weren't eating poison or something that's going to cause inflammation in your system. Inflammation, we now know, is the root of all disease, including cancer. So you don't want to be causing disease in your body, right? We're here to be healthy. We want to enjoy our life. And if it means that we got to read a few labels, then we got to read a few labels. It's unfortunate. Other countries don't have the laws that we do, or actually they have more laws than we do. And so GMOs aren't even allowed in a lot of other countries like the UK and Japan, and the list goes on, but we allow it here. So we need to protect our families and ourselves and our digestive systems by making sure that the food that we're eating is organic and not genetically modified. Okay, so those are two things that we need to look out for. And I wanted to talk about what we could do to I wanted to give you 3 solutions, 3 plants actually, that I talk about in my book, Discover the Essence of Plant Medicine, the 5 Principles of Life-Saving Herbs. And in that I profiled 33 different herbs. We go over growing, storing, harvesting, preparations, applications. There's over 150 different recipes in there. And today I wanted to talk about 3 of the plants that I mentioned in the book. The first one is ginger. And ginger is a carminative herb. And what that means is that it helps the body to prevent or eliminate gas from the gastrointestinal tract. So, which that helps to reduce bloating and gas that is causing upset. It also helps to relax the stomach and support digestion. So it actually helps your body to get the food moving and get the digestion going, which a lot of times when you have upset stomach, it's because your body's not digesting your food properly. So it's also, if you did think that candida was one of the conditions that you were suffering from, ginger is actually very antifungal. In a study that was performed with 29 different plants, ginger was found to be the most antifungal out of those 29 plants. So it's an excellent remedy against candida or any kind of stomach upset, actually, because like I said, it eliminates bloating in the stomach, and it's actually been known to desensitize pain sensors. So there's an old ancient Indian proverb that says everything good is found in ginger. And like I said, I talked about it in my book on page 410. And there's some recipes in there so you can see how to use it. And then another herb that I wanted to discuss this evening that is great for digestive upset is the cannabis or hemp plant. And which CBD is what you could use as a remedy. And CBD actually helps to restore gut health. And we actually have CB1 and CB2 receptors all throughout our bodies. We have CB2 receptors in our stomach and intestinal tracts, and they help regulate just about every physiological function that we have. It's responsible for maintaining cellular homeostasis, which is like balance on all levels, from temperature, glucose, appetite. If you had too much of one hormone, it would decrease it. Not enough of one, it would increase it. And basically, CBD is the only substance on the planet that we know of that we have these receptors for. So if you are suffering from any kind of digestive upset, CBD or the cannabis or hemp plant are excellent options to help relieve. They're also, it's antiemetic, so it helps with nausea. It's antispasmodic, so if you feel like you're having spasms in your stomach, it helps with that. So it can just help bring your whole body back into homeostasis while relaxing your body. And it actually has kind of soothing properties where it relaxes and soothes your internal organs, as well as, like I said, bringing that state of balance, and it downregulates inflammation. So if you had any kind of inflammation around your bowels or intestinal lining, it's great for any kind of IBS or Crohn's disease or any kind of digestive upset. Really be good if you were pregnant and you were nauseous, suffering from morning sickness, if you were traveling, if you had anxiety and it was like emotional upset that was making your stomach feel like you had butterflies in it or something, CBD actually helps to decrease feelings of anxiety so that it could help you feel not as anxious and, just make you feel like everything's going to be okay and bring that sense of calm. How does that sound? Right? Type yes in the comments if that sounds good. So that's another good option. And what we recommend for CBD would be microdosing, and that would be about 2 drops in the morning under your tongue and 2 drops in the evening. And if you feel like after 3 days you haven't achieved the desired results, then you could start adjusting it by adding 2 more drops in the morning and in the evening, one or the other. But you can't OD on it. It's non-toxic. There's no side effects. And you definitely want to make sure that it was full spectrum CBD, because if it was isolate, then you would be losing out on 499 other healing compounds that the plant contains. When you have isolate, that means that they took out one molecule, which probably would be CBD isolate, and then you're losing all of the other cannabinoids, which there's about 120 different cannabinoids found in the plant. And if you took away all of them and you only left one, you're also losing the plant waxes, the chlorophyll, and Mother Nature puts all of them in there as a perfect little pharmaceutical plant to help you feel better. So you don't want to extract just 1 or 2 of those compounds or use a synthetic CBD. So the hemp plant actually it's a soil purifier, so it removes heavy metals and toxins from the soil. So you would definitely want to make sure that that was organic, because if it wasn't organic, not only could it not make you feel better, but it could potentially make you feel worse. So we offer full spectrum CBD at Nature's Mysteries Apothecary. You can go check us out at naturesmysteries.com. And we've had amazing results with our products. We've received so many live video testimonials. We started a YouTube channel. I think we're at about 100 now. We just got one on Saturday. I haven't gotten that one uploaded yet, but you can see it on our Facebook and Instagram pages. I think I got it on both of them, but I think you can see it on the Facebook one for sure. But yeah, people love our products, and you can find out more about them at naturesmysteries.com, like I said. And then the other herb that I wanted to talk about this evening, that is mucilage. So it has gelatinous constituents to it. So, and that's marshmallow. Has anyone ever worked with marshmallow before? You can type yes in the comments if you have, and what your experience was with it. So as a mucilaginous herb, that means that it soothes the internal tract and actually protects inflamed organs and irritated internal tissues, directly acting on contact. So as soon as it touches them, it helps them to feel better. It reduces irritation. It's great anti-ulcer herb. It's good for any kind of IBS or Crohn's disease. And that one I profiled that one in my book too. It's so beautiful. I'm sure you've seen it growing somewhere along your travels. This is a picture that I took of it. And sometimes you might see it a little pinker than that picture was. Sometimes it could be a little pinker or a little lighter. That one was a little lighter, but I've seen so many that are wicked pink. And actually marshmallow is what they made marshmallows from originally. So it has a long history of being an amazing herb that people have been using for a long time. And we have lots of recipes in my book that tell you how to use it. And it also helps to restore gut lining and soothe, helps with heartburn. And if you're eating certain foods and after eating them, it seems like you always have to like take a Tums or an antacid or something like that. It might seem like maybe you're not eating the right foods. Or another thing that could be is maybe you're you're like not combining your food properly. So that's really an episode for another time, food combinations, but it's something to think about. If you're eating fruit with, like, say your dinner or something like that, fruit actually doesn't need as long in your stomach to digest. So if you eat fruit with other foods that take longer to digest, then it's going to start fermenting that fruit in your stomach, which is going to start, creating smells and gases and digestive upset. So if you keep eating fruit with other foods, maybe you just want to not do that. Vegetables are pretty okay. You can eat vegetables with anything. But like I said, that's like an episode for another time, food combinations. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about digestive upset, what you might be doing that could be causing it, what herbs could help you that don't have debilitating side effects. A lot of times, you go to your doctor and tell them you're not feeling well, and they give you something for nausea that actually causes constipation, and then they give you something for the constipation that actually causes, it's just like a vicious circle, pharmaceutical circle. And actually they've never really, researched all those pharmaceuticals together. They researched the side effects of this one, the side effects of this one. You might get a couple of contraindications on the label that you can find out about. But once they have you on so many, that's almost like a pharmaceutical chemical cocktail. And there definitely hasn't been research on all of those different pharmaceuticals combined in your system. And not only that, anything that's synthetic, your body doesn't know how to deal with it, doesn't know how to absorb it, it doesn't know how to synthesize it, it doesn't know what to do with it. And that can cause inflammation in our joints and other places as well. And like I said, inflammation is the root of all disease. So what you want to do is try to make sure that all that you're putting in your body is all natural products and ingredients, foods, drinks, beverages, everything that is not genetically modified, that hasn't been interfered with by man, that comes from the ground naturally, hasn't been sprayed with chemicals that are man-made or pesticides that are man-made. Are you with me? You understand where I'm going with this? So unfortunately, it's seeming like the things that are man-made aren't as good for us as the things that are made in nature. So if you could try to have as much of your diet be unprocessed foods that aren't man-made but actually are from nature, if you could shop at your local farmer's market, support a local farmer, especially ones who are trying to help the planet and growing organic and not supporting Monsanto and genetically modified organisms and Roundup and glyphosate that are ruining our planet, our waterways, our wildlife, then if everyone did that and each person was making the world a better place, eventually the world would be a better place, wouldn't it? Okay, good. Are you with me? Type yes in the comments if you're with me. And if you'd like to learn more about what Nature's Mysteries Medicine show is about and all the fun episodes that we've covered, you could join us at Nature's Mysteries Academy of Holistic Health. We're actually having a 10% off sale right now. And the Holistic Health Practitioner program is available. The session begins September 12th. Enrollment is now open. It's a 12-week course, and we meet virtually once a week. There's also a Facebook group chat, and there's 2 discussion posts a week, and it's also a good way to connect with other students and, you know, just talk about the material and what you're learning. And yeah, we go over recipes. Like I said, there's over 150 different recipes. We go over growing, harvesting, storing, preparations, applications, what plants are good for what conditions, how to use them. There's a lot of information. The book is about 650 pages, so it's a lot of material to go over in 12 weeks, but we can do it. And the last round of students gave us great reviews and said they learned so much and it was life-changing for their family. They changed a lot of their habits to ensure the vitality and longevity of their loved ones. So if that's something that you're interested in, we'd love to have you join us and turn your passion for herbal medicine into your profession at Nature's Mysteries Academy of Holistic Health. You can check us out at naturesmysteries.com. Follow our Facebook page at Nature's Mysteries Academy of Holistic Health, or follow us on Instagram at Nature's Mysteries Academy. And we'd like to thank you so much for joining us this evening and learning about digestive upset and ways that you can avoid making yourself sick. And if for some reason you don't feel good, then we've given you some ways to help make yourself feel better. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us by commenting in the comments or messaging us on Messenger, or you could call us at 802-624-6540, or reach out at our email at naturesmysteries.com. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this beautiful evening, and thank you for discovering the essence of plant medicine. Take care.